Prince with Jadon McCullough, Plano football, and Coach McCullough. Man, I've been watching Plano. Flower Mound gets the win. The game wasn't over till almost 11:30. Almost 30 penalties called on both sides. Called penalties, all the scoring. I was worn out after the game.
Yeah, it was one of those games that just, man, it was back and forth, and really it's not the way we wanted to play the game. However, they pretty well dictated what we had to do because they had the box, fully loaded, and so, you have to take what's there, and the pass was there, and Connor and our receivers, and very specifically Brandon Hamilton, Clayton Parlin, Marat Kuzu, Steele Hatcher, they did a really good job executing the passing game. However, we did end up on the short end of the stick.
Football's really changed, and that game was really almost like a game and a half, maybe even two games.
Right.
I didn't even look at the statistics. Were crazy, all the yards and all the points scored, but the kids, both sides, played so hard,
right,
and all the way to the end. It didn't go your way, but did you come out okay physically?
Well, we had one injury to Marat Kuzu. He still might be able to play. His knee and hamstring's a little sore, but we think he's going to be okay in the long run. Everybody else is pretty healthy, but as far as the game goes, we had our opportunities. We had a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter and was able to make them punt. And if you know anything about Flower Mound, they don't punt very often, but our defense made them punt 3 times in the second half. And one of our best players, Blair Burns, made a real good catch after the punt. And however, during the run, he took a hit to the ball, and that was probably, to me, the turning point in the game. They were able to get the ball back and just get the momentum back, and we weren't able to answer. They had 14 unanswered points in the fourth quarter, so very disappointing. For our kids, it was heartbreaking. However, we have another chance. It's like I told them this week, very seldom in life do you get 2 chances, and really we have another chance to kind of get back what we lost last Friday if we can go up to Marcus Stadium and knock them off. They're a great football team. Also, however, they're a little bit different style. They're more smash mouth, and so it's going to be a little bit shorter game. But really, it's going to come down to us matching their physicality, matching their energy, and winner takes all. Even though if we get beat, we're not completely out of it. But if there's somehow we could knock off Marcus, a great football team, it would be a big, huge boost for our football team. Plus, we'd be in control of our own destiny, and that's something that I think our kids are really buying into this week.
Well, also you need to think of the positives the other night. Connor Michelson has a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Your offense scores 52 points, moves the ball up and down the field. Your kicking game, outside of the fumble punt, your kicking game was good. Just had some trouble on defense stopping a tremendous Flower Mound team, but there were a lot of positives.
Right. Oh yeah, there was a lot of positives, and to be honest with you, even on defense, we had our moments where we really played well. It's just that anytime a team, like what you were talking about, Flower Mound's a little different. On the average, most of the time you're going to get 60 to 70 snaps a game. They had over 100 snaps, so it was not really the pace that I wanted. I wanted to slow the game down a little bit. However, they kind of dictated the pace, and hopefully that won't happen again because we're going to have formations where we can, dictate to them what we're going to do. But sometimes you live and you learn, but they were the better team. I'm not making any excuses. We did learn a lot from it. I still think, and you're not going to hear me say anything differently, I feel like we have a good football team. I think we have an excellent defensive team. If you'd asked me the other night, do you think they're going to score 31 points, I would have honestly told you no. However, they did. We're going to live to fight another fight. Hopefully we'll learn from it. I know we've had one great practice yesterday. Looking forward to today. the best, the best remedy for defeat is preparation. So our kids are out there working. I think we've got a great game plan, but it'll take everything we've got on Friday to defeat Marcus. It's going to take, like I said, 48 minutes of great offense, defense, special teams. We can't turn the ball over. We got to play with a physicality and an energy that will match Marcus, and we've got to be able to take them out of the football game.
Well, let's take a look at these highlights. Okay, Coach, here we go.
Okay, start out with a bang. Looks like we throw a little dig route to Clayton Parlin. Pretty good protection all night, with the exception of the blitzes at the end. Real nice throw and strike to Brandon Hamilton. Had 180 yards receiving. He's not completely healthy. You can kind of see him limping there. Then, oh, what a magnificent play by Colin, coming in and breaking up the inside on the curl.
This is
crazy.
This is some kind of a mistake on Flower Mound's part, but a great play by Ben Lowers.
This is actually in the part of the game where once this happened, it put us in the driver's seat.
You're talking about over 200 snaps in the game, and that literally is a game and a half.
Yeah, a lot of snaps. I think the game got over at 11:30 at night. On that previous play, Blair Burns, and here's one of 3 touchdowns scored by Murat Kuzu.
I'll tell you, it was quite an atmosphere, packed house on both sides, huge crowd.
Real nice kick by Chris Moore. It's good to see him do that for his confidence. Real nice protection once again, hitting Clayton Parlin on the dig.
Big play right there.
Yeah, real good job of Connor seeing that rush from his blind side, stepping up in the pocket, hitting Brandon Hamilton. Hitting the out route up and over the head of Parlin, hitting Kevin Merrill on the out route.
It's a pretty big time throw the ball out of the pocket on a 20-yard out route by Mickelson.
Real good job here by Connor, extending the play, getting inside the 5-yard line. Good tackle there by Ben Lowers. Good to have him back from injury.
Screen pass.
And there's another.
Murat Kuzu's had a tremendous year.
Another touchdown for Murat. He had 3 on the night. There's a tackle for loss by Taylor May. He's had a tremendous year this year for us. Once again, Kevin Merrill on the out route.
You don't see a lot of high school quarterbacks throw out routes out of the drop back pass. It's very impressive by Mickelson.
Yeah, he had a great night. I think he had 408 yards passing. 6 touchdowns on the night, 4 by passing, 1 by running, and 1 by receiving. Real good job there by Kevin Merrill, escaping the tackle and getting down the sideline. Defense played a lot better second half. Actually made them punt 3 times, and Flower Mound's not really used to punting very often. But we felt like going into the game, if we could get 3 to 4 stops, we'd win the game. We just weren't able to answer the points in the fourth quarter. And once again, we had a costly turnover on a punt return. Real good run here. Wasn't really cleanly blocked there. Got hit in the backfield. Murat Kuzu turned in a play that probably should have been a negative play into a +5. once again.
Clayton Parlin, boy, he's a warrior, isn't he?
Yeah, he's I mean, as you could see, there wasn't much there, and he just did a real good job of improvising and getting some yardage after the catch.
He's not a very big, not a very big guy, but he plays big.
He's got a big heart, and really, to be honest with you, he's pretty strong for his size. He's a very explosive young man, but he's really not that big, but he's got a huge heart. Once again, real nice out route. You just don't see many high school quarterbacks that can do that. Now these two quarterbacks were, to me, just it was really if you like the passing game, and both quarterbacks are pretty good at that. Real good job there by Colin Brentz. Real good job there by Kent Bateman, walling the seam route.
This was a big play, last play of the first half. They called the penalty.
Yeah, this was one that I wasn't very happy about. They said Ben Lowers jumped up, came down on another player. Hopefully you can see clearly there he didn't come down on anybody, and was pretty upset about that. I felt like it was a no call in that situation. However, it gave them a chance to kick another one, and of course they got 3 crucial points right before halftime. This is Marat Kuzu on the run, 25 down Y.
Well, Coach, Flower Mound Marcus, Marauders, you're going to go up there to their place Friday night. They've been in and out of the top 10 all year long. A tremendous football team, you know that. And, we talk all the time about how hard the district is, how tough it is physically. It's tough on you emotionally, and it's tough on you mentally too. But there's really no time for that, is there? I mean, it's time to go, and we're going into another huge game on Friday night.
You can sit there and look at comparative scores. Hebron beat Flower Mound. We beat Hebron. Marcus is a great team. However, they're in the top 10 in the state. Flower Mound beats them. So, there's 3 teams at 2-1. There's 3 teams at 1-2. So, I mean, those playoff spots are wide open. It looks like right now Allen's the front runner, of course, and then you've got those schools at 2-1, then you got the schools at 1-2, and so it's gonna be tough. And this game's really important for us, and it's not the it's not the only way we can get in the playoffs, but we'd like to win it just because we can control our own destiny.
This is the middle week, 7-game schedule. This is week 4, right in the middle here, but you're going from one extreme to the other with Flower Mound's offense, wide open. Like you said, if you go against somebody like that, that's good. You hold them a handful of times, you have a good chance to win. Well, this week, completely different deal. Power offense, old school. Flower Mound, Marcus going to try to hit you right in the mouth, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they line up in a heavy set, and they've got 2 outstanding running backs, number 27 and 28, and then of course they've got Deion Sanders' son, Bucky Sanders, number 2 at quarterback, and he's outstanding. He can run and throw, but they like to run about 90% of the time, and like I said, they'll throw 10 to 12 times a game, but they're pretty much going to run at you. And like I said, it's going to be important for us to match their physicality, match their electricity, and then of course just realize how important this game is and stay focused and play each play. We've got to be able to hold on to the football, and we've got to continue to do well in the kicking game. We felt like our kicking game was pretty good last week with everything, with the exception of the kickoff team. We've got to clean the kickoff team up a little bit and do a little bit better job on that.
Well, Plano Wildcats at Marcus High School up in Louisville, Friday night at 7:30, and then we'll see you next week.